Welcome back to Adventure and Repeats. Glad to see you here. So today we're talking about the Western plow pumps and the wire harness that goes with it. So this is everything that goes with this system. This is for the old Icermatic 3 relay, 3 valve system that they have with the pump all in one, that big nice assembly. So this is the electrical side of it. I've got a full rebuild video. Here's the electrical side of it. And so you've got your controller right here. This is everything that comes from the controller. Number 1 pin is going to be a red wire that goes to your fuse, and that is your 12 volt power to the controller. From there, your next pin is going to be a light green wire, and that is supposed to go to the S2 solenoid, which we'll talk about solenoids down here. From there, your number 3 pin is going to be orange and black, so orange wire with a black runner wire or stripe, or just an orange wire altogether, and that is going to go your negative side of your pump relay, which we're going to talk about that down here. Number 4 pin is going to be a brown with a red tracer wire stripe on that wire, and that is going to be your positive side of your pump relay. Number 5 is going to be a light blue wire or just a blue wire, and that is going to go to your S3 solenoid. And then your number 6 pin is going to be a white or just straight white or white with a yellow tracer stripe on it, and that is going to go to your S1 solenoid. With that, here is your solenoid pack. So if you actually take your cover off and look at your solenoids, they're going to be oriented in this order. So it's just going to be upper right, upper left, bottom left. So just looking at it, this is how it is. S1, S2, and S3. I'll make another video that covers more in depth of what these S1, S2, S3s are and what valves they actually control. But this is what they actually look like from the electrical side, and if you're tracing down wires, to make sure you've got everything working properly. So they all three have a black to pump ground or just a general ground to the system. So it's just a standard 12 volt system. You send power to it, activates the solenoid, and that will send power to the ground and then completes the circuit. So that is what you're looking for. So all these are going to all attach together to the ground, which usually goes to the pump motor ground, which is all right there on the assembly. So you don't have an extra random wire going somewheres. That is what that is for. Sometimes you'll have it connectors. If somebody's made the pins, it'll actually go to the pump, the harness connector, which then goes back up into the engine side connections and then to the ground itself. It varies depending on who has played with it at this point, but that is how it's supposed to be wired, so you're just looking for ground. On your S1 solenoid, it's going to be the white wire. So your white wire up there is going to come right down to here. There should be nothing in between. That's where it goes. S2 is green. So your S2 solenoid right there, that's where it's going to go to. And then your S3 is going to get the blue wire right there. So all those wires come from the controller and go right down to the solenoids themselves, and that's what they control in each solenoid here. Down here, your relay, your solenoid, however you want to call it, for your actual pump motor itself. Obviously, one big post is going to have your battery positive. The other side is going to be going to the positive side to the pump motor. You can have the square tower style, you can have the round style. The key is you're looking for the big lugs are going to the battery and also the pump motor itself. From there, you're looking at the 2 small posts, and you can still, like I said, you can still have the tower style, which is kind of like this picture, or the round style solenoid itself. One wire is going to be your brown and red. That is what you got coming off your controller right here, your positive post. That's sending power down to this solenoid to activate it, to bridge it, to allow it to pass power to that motor and allow the motor to run the hydraulics. On the other side, you've got your orange and black wire, which is right here to the controller to complete the circuit, and also to ground the controller system, because there's usually an LED or things like that. So you're basically just grounding the controller, so when you're sending power up to it, it's just not getting lost. It keeps the system controls all powered up. And then you also got it going to the battery ground as well. So that's just a very basic, simple system. Honestly, these are really good systems. They work. So any controller you use, I use the joystick style controller. You can have the regular thumb buttons. It all is the same because it all goes off this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, I've taken mine and just gotten weather pack connectors instead of using square pins, so I can actually make as many harnesses as I need to have as many trucks as I need to and swap everything out. But this is the color code for the harness and how it all attaches. So if you're trying to use this, if you're trying to diagnose what is supposed to happen when you're using the controller. So in a raise function, your solenoid is going to be active because your pump is actually trying to pump. And then your S3 solenoid is going to be powered up. So pump and S3 solenoid. If you're going to be going left, you are looking for the S3 and S2. So these two are going to be powered up along with the pump motor. And then if you're going to go right, you are just looking for S2 only along with the power as well. So those are the ones that control left and right, and lower is going to be your S1 only. Since you don't need the actual pump motor to run when you're dropping the plow, it's just going to drop it down. That is going to be this one right here only. You're not going to see any signal wire on the actual solenoid. So if you're trying to diagnose it to make sure your wire harness is doing what it's supposed to, that's it right there. I'm going to have another video that's going to look more at the coils and the valves themselves. So if you're ever looking at that, we're going to talk about that more. So there'll be another video that's part of the series. But this is just dedicated to the wire harness and wire harness diagnostics only. So that is the basic overview of what's going on with this system. Hopefully you can like the video, comment, tell us what you think, tell us what you hear about, and subscribe. We get a lot of great content coming, a lot of great content to the channel, so be sure to check it out. And remember to have a great adventure.